Shalom, shalom, Israel, coming back at you with another lesson. Lord willing, this is edifying. First off, giving all praise, all honor, all glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rcha Kwadash. Double honors to the apostle and the elder bishops of Great Millstone, and all the teachers out there pushing this word in truth with truth and sincerity. May you be the elect. Shalom to all the Akim and Akwath out there listening and learning. You Israelites, so-called Negroes, Hispanic, Native, and Seminole Indians, who are the true children of Israel, as well as you speckled bird, Israelite foreigners, the Israelites that look like, act like, and take on the customs of all these heathen nations. So to you, I say shalom. This lesson is brought to you by the spirit and the power of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh being the true name of our Father, the God of the Bible, the God of the Israelites. Ba Hashem meaning in the name, and Yahweh Shai being the only begotten son of Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls by the name of JC. Right? This lesson is going to go into truly showing your horns the last phases of rulership, right? Because it's not the last days of his rulership. This is the last moments, right? So it's the last phases because World War III has to pop off, as well as the MLT and the B. All right, so those are the last couple phases before this devil is out. And then I have that the word on the end is Hamas, right? Because you got this whole war going on with the IDF and so-called Hamas, all right? And then when you look into the situation, right, you got the parallels of the IDF and so-called Hamas. And I keep saying it like that for a reason. So the IDF, right, the Israeli Defense fakes, I'll put it that way. The Israeli army, right, going against so-called Hamas. And the Israeli Defense Force, right, calls Hamas the terrorists, right, the T group, all right, saying that they're the monsters, they're the violent ones, okay? And then you look into the meaning of the word Hamas. Hamas means violence, and we're going to get into that. The Strong's definition of Hamas: primitive root, to be violent, by implication, to maltreat, make, bear, keep that in mind, make, bear, shake off, violate, do violence, take away violently, wrong, imagine, wrongfully. All right? So we got the definition of the word Hamas. This is 2 Thessalonians 2, and I'm going to read 3 through 10. It says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first," right? Because this devil got to be put down first before all things can be made aright. And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. And that will be the self-proclaimed white man, the Edomites, all right? Esau of Edom, right? Who opposes and exalted himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, right? This devil wants everybody to worship him, be like him, and so on and so forth, right? Give him all the praise and the glories, right? Especially through that image that they use, the Caesar Borgia, right? Who the world calls by JC, right? An Edomite on the cross, right? To show the whole world that they're the people of the world. They're the supreme being, the supreme race, all right, to be worshipped, right? It says, so that he, as the Most High, sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. All right? Has to have that recognition across the globe to be this savior in white shining armor, right? That's how this devil is, man. All right? He's the victim and the murderer at the same time. All right? Verse 5, it says, "Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things," right? With these things being prophesied. that it was going to happen. It says, and now you know what withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time. Now you know what's going on and when it's going to happen, right? Habakkuk 2 and 3, everything is for an appointed time, right? Verse 7, it says, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way, right? So all this is going on, playing the who's who game. All the while he's being exposed, slowly but surely, okay? And he's going to keep being an oppressing nature because he's the one made to create, take peace from the earth. He's going to keep in that position until the Lord takes him out of the way. Okay, verse 8, it says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Right? Because the men of the Lord out there on the highways and hedges exposing this devil daily through the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Right? And then when Yahweh Shai come on the scene with them chariots, right, with Michael at his side, it's over with, man. Destroyed with the brightness of his coming. When he come back with the armada of chariots, what the world calls UFOs, it's over and done with. You can best believe that. You ain't gonna have to worry about this devil being in power ever again. Okay? In fact, when all these other nations get put through their captivity, because yes, they are gonna go through captivity because they all had a hand in our captivity. Okay, the Lord's about balance. They did it to us. It's gonna get back done to them. But of all of the nations of people, once they're done with their servitude, they get to go back to their lands. The only one that does not get to do anything after their servitude but die is Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man and all his seed. Over with. This rabid dog has been in the earth infecting anything and everybody. So now this rabid dog gonna have to get put down after this. Never again will there be an Edomite. All right? From the very beginning, right? That serpent in the garden, that devil right there, all right? Pissing on your ear, telling you it's raining. That's him. That's this devil. All right. So from the beginning to the end, he got to get put down, man. Verse 9, it says, even him whose coming is after the work of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and will with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. Okay? So this devil being at the helm of it all, and all these other heathen nations, but then again 2/3 of our people that follow suit with him, they all gonna be put down, man. All right? They wanted nothing to do, especially our people, the 2/3 of our people, the Negroes, Hispanic, Native, and Seminole Indians. They wanted nothing to do with coming back to the statutes, laws, commandments, right? The obedience of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. So they got to get put down with this devil. You want to act like an Edomite, you're going to get put down like an Edomite because you chose not to listen. Isaiah 47, I'm going to read 1 through 3. It says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Let's go back to this Strong's definition of Hamas, right? To be violent, by implication, to maltreat, make bare, shake off. Violent, do violence, take away violently. Wrong, imagine wrongfully. Okay? Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Yeah. Go ahead and sit in the dust. Shake it off. All right? Shake off the dust off your ass, man. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover thy locks. Make bare the leg. uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness, right, to be uncovered, right? Thy nakedness shall be uncovered to make bare, right? Yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. Why is he not going to meet this devil as a man? Because he's coming back. This devil thinks he's a god. He thinks he's a great power. But the Lord going to come back and show him that he's not. He's going to come back as a great power. Right? It's like these females in the world. Oh, you want to hit me? You think you're a man? Okay, well, I'm going to hit your ass back since you think you're a man. We can meet on equal levels. Since you think you on a level like that, then that's what it is. This devil thinks he's the most high. Hey, Yahweh Shai gonna come back and show him you just a mere mortal. You're a creation. All right. Like what was that movie 300? When Leonidas dropped his shield and took his helmet off because it was stifling, and he threw that spear just to show that a quote unquote God can bleed. He wanted to show this motherfucker, man, you ain't nobody, man. And that's what Yahweh Shai gonna come do and show this fucking devil he ain't nobody, man. And the whole world's gonna see it. This is the one who shook the earth. This is the one who made all the nations tremble. This motherfucker. Yeah, he about to get taken out the way, man. Okay? This is Obadiah. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do it like this. Do this. Yep. So when you go into the interlinear, all right, Obadiah 1 and 10, it says, for the violence, right? The violence, that's the word we're looking for. Hamas. Right? Hamas. Let's go into the root word of it all. To wrong, do violent. To treat violently, do wrongly. To treat violently, do wrong. Physical wrong or ethical wrong. A physical and ethical wrong to be treated violently. Strong's definition. Primitive root, to be violent. By implication, to maltreat. Make bare. Shake off. Violent, do violence. Take away violently. Wrong. Imagine wrongfully. Who takes fields by violence? Right? Who covets a man's fields with violence? Oh, they need democracy. Who does that? Who got their footprint on all these nations with their military might? Whose presence is on every foothold? The self-proclaimed white man, the Edomite. Okay? And the Lord said, nah, man, I'm going to make you bare. Uncover your leg. Show your shame. The Lord is going to do violent with this man. Okay? Ethical. Who got the whole situation with the IDF and Hamas, right? Who was ethically wrong? You claim you got a problem with the so-called Hamas, but yet here you are bombing the shit out of Gaza, where it's predominantly civilians. That's physical and ethically wrong by violence. Okay? So nobody can ever say that the Lord don't got a sense of humor. No one can ever say that the Lord is a liar. He's showing the whole world who is who. All you got to do is pay attention. Okay? Where was I at? Obadiah 1 and 10. For the violence against thy brother Jacob, us Israelites, the Negroes, Hispanic, Native, and Seminole Indians, right? For the violence that Esau put against his brother, us, the Negroes, Hispanic, Native, and Seminole Indians, the Israelites, right? Known as Jacob before Israel, right? A person before a place. Shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Right? The Lord's going to make him bare. The Lord's going to do unto him as he did unto us. Okay? He forwarded the affliction. He did way more than he was supposed to do. And then he did it with all the other nations too. Oh yeah, you the bully of the earth, man. I forget that character name on The Simpsons, but that's you. That's you. You the bully of the earth. So guess what? Yahweh Shai coming to check your ass, punk. He gonna flip your ass upside down. Give me your motherfucking lunch money, kid. He ain't gonna place you down. He gonna let you drop on your fucking head on the ground. And then when your time is up in servitude, like I mentioned before, thou shall be cut off forever. You gotta die. Your whole seed line gotta go. Die slow, homie. No, fuck that. You gonna serve your time out. Grueling. You gonna have a gruesome, man. I can't even imagine because I don't have them skills and powers yet. But the Lord meditates terror. Guess what? Guess what power we're gonna be bestowed? Same thing. We're gonna be able to do things that's fucked up to you, but in a righteous way. Because we're gonna know the ins and outs. Now, like you like to make clauses and amendments to things, hey, there's gonna be something like that. But everything's gonna be in righteousness. But we're gonna fuck you up in the worst way, man. You're gonna be looking forward to your death at the end of your term. Y'all gonna be stampeding each other just to get through the fire. Hurry up and jump in that dive. I'm done with this. Oh, let me go. Y'all gonna be look like graduation day. Whippy! Cannonball in the fire. All right. So it's interesting that these devils using the term Hamas against these people, but the true Hamas comes from the IDF. The true Hamas comes from the Israelis, the Jewish people who put this oppression upon the whole face of the world, man. The Lord code. All right. That's pretty much the whole matter. All right. Truly showing your horns, the last phases of rulership. Hamas. Lord willing, this was edifying, giving all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rachach Wadash. Double honors to the apostle and the elder bishops, the great millstone, and all the teachers out there pushing his word and truth. May you be of the elect. Stay prayed up, repent, abab abal, Kwam Yasharallah, Shalom.